I wanted to have this session, especially on Mother's Day, but I couldn't do it because I was not well. And I took care of myself. I requested that I want to have it later, but I want to give, like, for my self care, I postponed it. And this today's session is specially designed for new moms and dads and for everyone who are listening and who are watching it. Since when we are in a new role of parents, we forget that we also need care and love equally as a newborn baby. And self love and self care is actually the emotional fuel for every mom, every dad, or every person. So, today's session will be to take care of yourself, how you can follow certain things so that you can love yourself. So, today's session is dedicated to moms. See, we conduct sessions in Consciously Positive to stay healthy in mind and body. And this session is also talking about the same intention because we are facing multiple challenges in our life, and taking good care of ourselves can help us move from simply getting through to thriving and growing through these unusual times. Now, according to you, what is self care? Now, those who want to say कि आपकी नजर में सेल्फ केयर होता क्या है? If anyone wants to share, like, because I will definitely share my views, but according to you, what is self care?
Can I?
Care is
Yeah, please.
good evening, Geeta.
Hi, good evening.
So self-care, according to me as a motivational speaker and a laughter yoga teacher and trainer, and trainer for all round and motivational speaker, is that the ability to think out of the box and take care of your mental state without depending on anybody to make you happy, with the guidance of laughter yoga, hypnotherapy, and your willpower
Great.
and self-motivation. Thanks.
Anyone else?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, please.
According to me, I think so. Self-care is like how we take care of others. In the same way, we should take care of ourselves. At the right time, we need rest, as well as with that, how we care for our like old parents or for our kids, that we should give them proper nutrient on, they should have meals on the time. The same, we should take care in this pattern, we should take care of ourselves also.
Yeah.
And whenever there is emotional need, we should feel free to have to communicate with the family or with the friends. And the same way, physical aspect also, at the right time, we should have the time for ourselves to go for a walk or do exercise and all.
Yeah, definitely.
Parallelly, how to entertain ourselves, all these aspects, I think so. We should take care of ourselves.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
Definitely. And Gurmeet rightly said, and one thing we all should understand that if we are in an aeroplane and we talk about the oxygen mask, we always tell that you first put it on your mouth and then start helping others. So, same way in our life, when we are not taking care of ourselves, how we can take care of our family members when we are not giving importance to ourselves. Like I said, I was not well, but my whole wish, my all intentions were to give this session, especially on Mother's Day, Like we all do so many things कि वो उसी दिन और तभी होनी चाहिए. We want to be perfect all the time, and we don't give importance that we actually need that rest at that time, and we don't delegate those tasks to others. So it is a practice where any individual mom, she take care of herself, her health, using the knowledge and information available to them. Because what I have seen, that the right education and right information is not there. करना तो है, लेकिन कैसे? So today we are going to share, we are going to discuss that how we can say that why actually we need it, and how we can practice it. Because we don't prioritize ourselves, and we have been taught to give, adjust, and smile through the exhaustion. And especially for a new mom, so many expectations from them, that you will be on duty for 24/7. Even those who are older moms, they share their views, they share to the new mom कि अब तो तुम्हारी life ना 24/7 duty हो गई है. And we must understand that how can I light a lamp, and how that lamp can shine without oil? How can I pour from an empty cup? When my self love, my love tank is empty, how I can give it to others? So it's a lie when I'm saying that I take care of everyone in my home, I take care of everyone, but when I'm not taking care of myself, then actually it's a lie. It's a lie that you are saying that I take care of everyone. Because अपने को नहीं देखोगे, अपने ऊपर इंपॉर्टेंस नहीं दोगे, and it's not about the luxury or indulgence in anyone's life. When you fill your own cup even a little, you show up with more love, with more patience, with more energy, and for your also. Because everyone, I think there is some voice coming from the back. So always remember that you are not just a caretaker, you are human being first, with same needs. And for beginning, like one actionable tool, what everyone can do is take 5-minute reset rituals. Set a time, set a timer, sit quietly, at least breathe 4 counts inhale, 4 counts or 6 counts exhale, and do it 3 times. Place your hand on your heart and whisper, I deserve care too. So we have to keep reminding ourselves that I also deserve care, and I have to speak also. When there is an identity shift from a woman to a mom, because before the baby, you had a name, not just mama. You had dreams, you had your routines, your own preferences. But now everything revolves around your baby. बेबी ने क्या खाना है, क्या पीना है, उसकी लॉन्ड्री हो गई, उसकी स्लीप, सारा फोकस ही अपने ऊपर से हट जाता है. एंड आवर ओल्ड सेल्फ समटाइम्स crave for that love. So when you are loving yourself, you are not selfish, because your identity matters. So stand in front of the mirror, go back to who you were, and to meet the woman you are becoming. So confront yourself that yes, I am a mom now, but I am that same girl also. And this is the evolution for every new mom. And when you stand in front of the mirror, look into your own eyes, say, I am still same Geeta, and I still love myself. I matter beyond my roles. Because somewhere we forget that who we are, who we were. Because there are some silent signs which new moms normally ignore. The signs are subtle. You feel on the edge. Sometimes you cry when no one is watching. Sometimes you scroll on mobile mindlessly, like feel numb. Because the new moms, when they come to me, they say कि Geeta, हम ना, like we have no feelings now. We feel numb. We forget last time when we actually laughed without a guilt. थोड़ी सी देर हो जाती है तो अपने आप को कोसना खुद ही शुरू कर देते हैं. We don't take time to pause. And what is the cost? The cost is that our peace, our relationships, and our health. I have gone through this all, and that gave me this mission to work with moms, because I went into depression. And when mother is suffering, babies absorb that energy, which normally nobody talks about it. We talks about childhood trauma, about childhood trauma healing, but how that trauma has been absorbed to your baby through your energy. Don't you think that we should normalize caring for the mom, not just for the baby? We should recognize the invisible wounds and start gently begin to heal them. I request that moms always have a well-being scorecard with them. They can rate themselves on their sleep, on the nutrition, on their alone me time, their movement, hydration, and you can give from 1 to 5 rating on all these parameters. And in total, if you find that it is less than 18, don't judge yourself. Just notice what's missing and add it in your daily routine. And it's not very difficult to add these things in your daily routine. To have water, like hydrate yourself, keep reminders for yourself. Your sleep is also important. And I've seen that mothers feel, how can I say कि मेरी जगह तुम आज रात को जागो या बेबी के डायपर्स चेंज करो? Why not? When you became new mom, your husband also became new dad. Now, emotional self-love, the inner talk, which is highly required. Imagine if your child spills water, बच्चे ने कुछ गलती कर दिया. What you are going to say? It's okay, you are learning, it's okay, nothing happened. But if you did something wrong, you will say to yourself, how can I do it? Why I'm not doing right? I had to work for at least 1 full month with a mom, because she always had all negative comments for herself कि मैं कुछ भी perfect करती ही नहीं हूँ. All the time she is cursing herself because I am not a good mom. Why you want to be in a frame of a good mom? Because if you are cursing yourself all the time, your inner child is still listening, and your inner child is craving those kind words. So emotional self-love means you choose compassion over criticism. It's about offering some love, some gentleness to your own self. And the action which you can take for your emotional self-love is journaling. I do journaling, art therapy, and mindfulness. It's a jam technique where you can write down 3 things and forgive your inner child. Forgive yourself. तो मुझसे भी गलती हो सकती है यार. I am also a human being first. I can also make some mistakes, and I allow myself to make mistakes. Because I've become a mom, that doesn't mean that now I will be a perfect human being. I cannot make any mistake. And if somebody asks me, how can you do it? How a mother should do can do this? How a mother neglect her responsibilities? Then you must have that courage, and you can set boundaries. You can say no to certain things which are not giving you any peace, any love. It could be your in-laws, it could be somebody from your family, and if they are using those words, they are judging you, then you have a right to tell that, like, I am also a human being and I can also make mistakes. How you can make self-care a micro practice. Now it's something we enjoy doing and not something we feel forced to do it. Like, self-care doesn't mean that you should go to a salon, you should go on a holiday. You can start thinking small things which are doable, which can be done at home, like sipping tea and sitting in silence for a few minutes in the morning, a stretch in silence, just standing and being in the nature. If you want to journal, if you want to read, start reading only one page in a day. Self care also include like how to keep yourself positive mentally, like attending these sessions or watching some podcast, being in some mom groups, so that you know that others are also going through the same phase. I'm not the only one who is suffering or who is going through this. Because these small things, what we absorb from outside, from our surroundings, what we listen, what we read, that adds and that goes in our nervous system. And you need to keep reminding yourself that, am I taking care of myself? Am I drinking, like I shared before also, am I drinking enough water? Sometimes spend more hours and taking shower, because I've seen new moms, they don't have that much time, so they, if husband is there sitting with the baby, go and take some long shower. Listen to your favorite song. If you love some comedy movies or some comedy, live comedies, just watch it so that you fill your tank, your self love tank regularly. In journaling practice, you can write one emotion, how you felt today, or you can share with your friend, like, how I felt today, what's new, role and new responsibilities making me more responsible, what I learned today. Go for a walk outside home, because new moms, they continuously sit in the same room throughout the day. Or take some sunlight early in the morning. And why I'm saying this, because it is very important. When I learned it, because when initially I was cribbing about being a new mom, I have to do everything, I went into depression. I didn't know that if I am not loving myself, I am not raising my children emotionally strong, because children mirror us. If I am putting myself at last, they will learn the same. When I have to say no, but instead of saying no, I don't have that courage and I say yes, they start learning to please people. They are not learning to express themselves in front of people. And when I start honoring myself, even gently, I'm not just healing, I'm actually modeling. I'm telling my children that it is okay to take space, it's okay to feel, and it's okay to rest. Imagine you are that soil. Your self-love is that soil where your children are growing. Now, if that soil is devoid of self-love, how that plant will grow? Write a short note to yourself in your mobile phone. Tell to your like your healing for your future child. And when I'm saying future child, means you yourself talking to the inner child, that I loved you deeply, but I also taught you how to love yourself, and I love myself. And keep it whenever there are hard days, you are overwhelmed with so much in your life, just go and read it again. Always remind yourself you are not selfish. When you are focusing on your self love and self care, you are giving, you are in a self ishq, खुद से इश्क करने में आ गए हो अब आप. You are creating a new ways and new possibilities for more people who are watching you. And dear friends, this is my request to everyone who is watching or who will watch it later on. Start loving yourself. Do what makes you happy. Take out some time for your well-being, for your happiness. If anyone wants to say anything, please share that what action you are going to take, which I have shared with you. Either it's a mirror talk or journaling or writing a short note to your own future child, like something which you liked, something which actually gave you an access to self-love. If anyone wants to share anything, please share.
Yeah, Geeta ma'am, I do journaling.
Great.
Uh, but this you have said no, uh, that point which you just spoke about, inner child.
Mhm.
Write a letter to your own inner child. Can you please describe it or explain it? How to, like, what should be the main points in that? How to write that?
So, Gurmeet, see, your inner child, like you know how you were, or you, if you go through your memory lane, then like you, what your own childhood was, or I think if because those whose that trauma is still there, they have not healed it, so it becomes difficult for them. But for this letter I have told you, for your future child, means you are telling to yourself that I loved you deeply, because वो past से मैं प्यार ही करती आ रही हूँ तुम्हें. Because आप आज भी अगर कुछ गलतियां कर रहे हो, if you are doing something and you say to yourself that how could you do it, and definitely it is coming from your past only, it is coming
Yeah.
from the subconscious only. But now training yourself to love, so that every time whenever you are saying something negative about you, you are telling it that actually I love, because see, you wanted to hear this from your parents or somebody in your life. You
Hmm.
want to hear it from them कि
Yeah.
तुम मुझे उतना ही प्यार करते हो चाहे मैं कितनी भी गलतियां करूं, बट यू स्टिल लव मी. बट इफ यू आर नॉट गेटिंग this from others, but start giving it to yourself.
Hmm.
And see, there are no template to love yourself. There are no specific words, like how you can love yourself is just giving yourself those things or doing some those activities which
Yeah.
gives you happiness. Do it more.
Yeah.
If you like to talk to people and that gives you happiness, do it. if you want to go out and you want to join some courses or join some sports activity, anything, and because you are not doing because people, how, what they will say, because new mom के लिए बहुत मुश्किल होता है, but that's why I told that वो small activities तो वो घर से भी कर सकती है ना, she can do it from home.
कोई नहीं, मेरा खाना हो जाएगा.
Yes, ma'am.
And proudly I'm sharing that my this book, Sad Mom Happy Mom, I wrote it for all the moms, and that will be available on Amazon on 18th May. So you can see this will be available for pre-booking for the ebook on Amazon Kindle, and that is hardly 89 rupees. Everybody can read it, and this will give you the two different perspectives of a mom, where one mom is saying to sacrifice, to adjust, and some moms you have been like you met them in your life. Maybe she is a coach, maybe she is your principal, maybe she is your teacher and your friend's mom, and you learned certain things from the other mom who was happy in her life and who gave you some access to be happy in your life. So this book is dedicated to all moms, and these are few of the resources which I give. So if anyone wants to connect with me, they can connect with me. And so thank you everyone, thank you all the moms, everybody who is here. Thank you for showing up for today, for this session. And always remember that you are not alone, you are growing. The journey is to self-love, and it begins with one small yes, and you just said it. So thank you everyone, thank you for being here.
Thank you, Geeta ma'am.
Stay connected, and I hope that I have touched something for every mom, and you can take away from today's session.
Yeah, thank you.
Actually, the biggest problem nowadays,
Yeah,
the
ma'am.
people cannot love by themselves.
Yeah, that's why
That I cannot. I love everyone. I live for others. I sacrifice
Yeah.
so much. What about you? I cannot do it. I cannot love myself. That is the biggest problem.
Yeah.
And the second thing, for the inner child, we may do something wrong when you are young because we are unconscious, we are ignorant, but never regret. If you did something in the past, don't regret because I was ignorant, I was unconscious. So with unconscious, you do many things wrong. But once you come to know that I did wrong, don't regret it. It's the past.
Yeah,
Say
exactly.
sorry to yourself, sorry to the universe, sorry to others. Life continue.
Yeah, and that's
Never
a
have
learning
the guilt-
experience. That was a learning experience.
Never
Yeah.
feel the guilty conscious. Never.
Yeah.
And we should be a mother, a wife, or single, whatever it is. Especially the mother, we are center of the house. We are responsible for children. Everybody is counting on yourself, your husband, your children. But first, you have to think of yourself. You have to be fit mentally, physically,
Yeah.
Emotionally, and financially.
Exactly.
You should be self-sufficient. You
I
shouldn't bend your head to
haven't
anyone.
touched the financial part, but I'll definitely later on I'll touch that, because that is also a very important part. And every person, every mom should learn that, like initial years when the baby is small, some have left their job or they have changed their roles, but earning and being professionally and financially strong is highly required. So
Yes,
I'll
Geeta
No,
ma'am,
what
definitely.
you need is, certain discipline, certain programming the day-to-day life.
Yeah. Gurmeet, you want to say something?
Yeah, this is more important that
Yes,
women should be financially independent.
exactly. I'll definitely touch that. I've not included in today's session because that is highly required, and not only in today's scenario, but for everyone. Even if your children are older, then also it is highly important.
Yes, absolutely. 100% Geeta ma'am.
Yeah.
Geeta ma'am, मुझे ऐसा लगता है हमारे ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स जो थे, नानी, दादी, they were more smarter than us.
Mhm.
They have that strong mental ability, how to cope up with the finance for themselves. I think so. What I have seen, मुझे ऐसा लगता है. And with the जो अभी कुछ ऐसे बीच के कुछ ऐसे जनरेशन है जो मुझे लगता है कि ये पार्ट वो मिस कर गए. बहुत सारे केसेस मैंने ऐसे देखे जो उन लोगों ने अपना पूरा का पूरा फाइनेंस फैमिली को संभालने में दे दिया एंड एट द एंड दे आर एम्प्टी. और वो इनसिक्योरिटी इतनी ज्यादा हो गई कि वो बीमार होने लग गए जस्ट बिकॉज ऑफ दिस थॉट दैट दे आर फाइनेंशियली इनसिक्योर.
डेफिनेटली. सिन्हा सर काफी बताते हैं ना हाउ टू हैव योर पैसिव इनकम, and that is, I think we should have it only for ladies also, that how they should increase their income and how to be financially independent. So and that's highly required. I can understand that, Gurmeet.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much for being here. So let's
Thank you
complete
so much,
today's
Geeta
session.
ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay.